Drake, the rap legend, the hitmaker, the icon. But have you ever stopped to analyze the way he moves, the way he talks, the way he commands attention without saying a word? His body language, facial expressions, and speech patterns tell a story that most people miss. Today, we're diving deep into Drake's hidden signals and decoding the psychology behind his every move. Let's get into it. Drake's face is a masterclass in emotional control. Have you noticed his half smile? It's not just confidence, it's calculated. This expression, often called the knowing smirk, is a powerful tool in celebrity branding. It makes him seem both approachable and untouchable at the same time. This is an example of what psychologists call duality of perception. He is both relatable and aspirational. We explore the nonverbal cues exhibited by the artist Drake, focusing on his eye contact and facial expressions. These elements not only contribute to his personal brand, but also play a significant role in how he is perceived as a leader and influencer. By examining these characteristics, we can gain insights into the dynamics of charisma and relatability in public figures. Eye contact, the dominance cue. Now, check his eyes. Drake has a habit of narrowing his gaze when he's making a point. This isn't just for show, this is a dominance cue. It's a subtle way of saying, I see everything and I'm always in control. Eye contact like this is a hallmark of highly influential people, and studies show that people with controlled, intentional eye contact are perceived as leaders and decision makers. This ability to maintain a strong gaze not only commands attention, but also establishes a connection with his audience, reinforcing his status as a figure of authority. The jawline, a balance of strength and relatability. Then there's his jawline. A strong, well-defined jaw is linked to determination and high testosterone levels. But what makes Drake different? He softens it. His relaxed lower face and smooth, effortless smiles make him more relatable. He's not just a powerhouse, he's a people's champion. This balance between dominance and warmth is one of the reasons his fan base feels so connected to him. By softening his features, Drake invites his audience in, creating an approachable persona that contrasts with the traditional image of a dominant figure. Conclusion. In conclusion, Drake's nonverbal communication, through his eye contact and facial expressions, plays a crucial role in shaping his public persona. His ability to balance dominance with warmth not only enhances his influence, but also fosters a deep connection with his audience. Understanding these subtle cues can provide valuable insights into the dynamics of charisma and leadership in contemporary culture. Section 2. The body language of a hitmaker. Drake's body language is just as iconic as his lyrics. Let's break down the key movements. The slow head. Nod. Ever noticed how Drake nods slowly while someone else speaks? This isn't just casual listening, it's a power move. It makes the other person feel heard while subtly controlling the rhythm of the conversation. In interviews, this technique allows him to maintain dominance without saying a word. It's a classic trait of people who have mastered nonverbal persuasion. The open palm gesture. When Drake raps, he often uses an open palm gesture, hand extended, palm facing upward. This is a subconscious signal of authenticity and persuasion. It says, I'm giving you my truth. Politicians use this trick to gain trust, and Drake, he does it naturally. Studies on communication show that people who use open palm gestures are perceived as more honest and charismatic. The subtle shoulder shrug. Drake's signature move, the effortless shrug. It's a gesture of nonchalance, a way of saying, it is what it is. But here's the trick. He uses it strategically in moments of humility. It makes him feel down to earth, despite being one of the biggest stars on the planet. This is a prime example of body language controlling public perception. The hands-in-pocket move. Sometimes, when Drake is being asked deep or personal questions, he slides one or both hands into his pockets. This move is often seen as a self-soothing gesture, a subtle way of grounding himself and controlling emotions. It also gives off a vibe of mystery and control. People naturally lean into someone who isn't giving everything away at once. Section 3. The way he speaks. Drake's voice and speech patterns give us even more insight into who he really is. The low, calm tone. Drake never yells, ever. Even when he's hyped, his voice stays in a smooth, controlled range. This makes him sound powerful, confident, and in control. He doesn't need to be loud. His presence does the talking. Research on vocal tone suggests that people with a consistent, calm voice are perceived as more intelligent and trustworthy. The strategic pause. Listen to his interviews, and you'll notice something. Drake pauses a lot. This isn't hesitation, it's a psychological trick. Pauses create anticipation. They make the listener hang on to every word. It's the same technique used by great speakers and storytellers. Have you ever noticed that during his biggest interviews, people lean in when he speaks? That's the power of well-placed silence. The signature catchphrases. You know what I'm saying? For real. It's crazy. Drake repeats simple phrases over and over, making his speech feel relatable and conversational. It's a genius move. People feel like they're talking to a friend, not just listening to a superstar. Repetition also helps his words become part of pop culture. The melodic speech pattern. One of the most unique things about Drake's way of speaking is that it almost sounds like he's rapping, even when he's not. His words have a natural rhythm, a flow, a musicality to them. This makes him more engaging to listen to and helps him stand out in interviews and public appearances. Conclusion, the final reveal. So, what does all of this tell us? Drake isn't just a rapper. He's a master of perception, a calculated communicator, and a body language expert without even trying. Every movement, every glance, and every word is part of a carefully crafted presence that makes him one of the most captivating figures in music today. His facial expressions, his gestures, and his speech all come together to create a persona that feels both larger than life and incredibly real. This is why people don't just listen to Drake, they feel him. He balances confidence with humility, power with relatability. His posture exudes dominance, yet his expressions keep him approachable. His voice remains calm and steady, yet his pauses make you hang on to every word. He controls the room without overpowering it. This ability to command attention while maintaining a sense of authenticity isn't just natural charisma, it's strategy. And that's what makes him stand out. That's not just talent, that's mastery. Drake's entire presence is a testament to how nonverbal communication shapes perception. Whether he's nodding in silent control, using open gestures to gain trust, or strategically pausing to amplify his words, every move he makes reinforces his image as an artist, a thinker, and a cultural force. He's not just performing, he's leading a conversation without ever saying it out loud. So next time you watch Drake, don't just focus on his lyrics. Pay attention to how he delivers them. Look at his expressions, his gestures, the rhythm of his movements. Because sometimes the real message isn't in the words, it's in the way he presents them, the way he makes you feel them. If you love deep dive analyses like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next one. And now, I want to hear from you. Who should we break down next? Let me know in the comments, and let's keep uncovering the hidden signals of the world's most influential figures.